So the devs dropped a hotfix, and per usual, it made my previous video around filtering systems make me look like an idiot. So I'm making this video to update on how the new filtering system works, and it actually works a lot better than it did before. So I'm going to go through all of the different potential settings, starting with weapons and then reactors and then external components, because there's going to be different considerations for each of these categories. So for weapons, it's super simple, and basically at a high level, the way that they adjusted this now is more intuitive than it was before, for sure. You're basically setting your base bar for what you want to keep, and then everything else is going to get excluded. Super simple. And I'll explain through each section what that looks like. For weapons, I just set rare or higher. That way I never have to worry about any potential mishaps when it comes to my gold weapons being eliminated. I know some of you have reached out, with, oh, I accidentally deleted, the new ultimate weapon that I just unlocked. So there's that. Also, just to make sure, in case something breaks, there's this new section here that says weapon with enhanced ability, unique ability. So I go to exclude from junk. So I'm going to exclude any weapon that has a unique ability. So improvement. So you see the Excava right here. It has 4 improvements. You can't see the other ones, but you see Divine Punishment and Peacemaker. They don't have any additional unique abilities. So if I were to go here, set it to ultimate or higher, and say I'm going to unfavorite these. I'm going to unfavorite all of them, the Excava as well. So none of these 3 are hearted. I recommend harding them anyway, but none of them are hearted just for this example. And then I'm going to go to filter and out. And now you notice that one of them here, this is level 1. So it's not level 100. It's level 1. And it doesn't have a unique ability. So it's going to actually go into the filtering system. Now I'm going to remove that and make sure that it's hearted. But that's just one thing to note. So anything level 100 and ultimate is going to be excluded from this. All right, so that's what you want to consider. So we're going to apply that, move on. So the next thing, reactors. So let's actually go over to the reactor menu so we have them up. So now we're going to do reactors. We unchecked all of these just to, we're not going to actually delete any of these, but we did this just for the show here. So we have a lot more options here. So there's a couple of things here. We're going to have ultimate or higher, level 100, and for enhanced reactors. So anything that you actually enhanced is also going to supersede the junk removal dismantling thing. But if you enhanced it, it's going to not be included in any of your filters. So that's going to be really important. Enhanced reactor here. So anything here is your bare minimum of what you want to keep. You want to keep enhanced reactors, level 100, ultimates. Now you're going to dive even deeper into these filtering systems. We're going to include, so we're going to use what to exclude from dismantling. So again, we're now measuring what we want to keep. So all of that confusion around how I discussed it before, where you got to set them to purple and leave the other ones yellow and you'll keep them. You don't have to think about any of that anymore with this new quality of life update. It's an amazing update in my opinion. So we're going to go use. You can do 1 or 2 here, and it depends on how flexible you want to be in your targeting. If you're really specifically targeting for a very perfect reactor and you want skill cooldown and skill cost, or any variation of these, then you're going to say skill cooldown, skill cost, ultimate or higher. So you want it to be gold, and then you're going to dismantle everything else. You're going to dismantle everything else. So it has to hit both of these in order to work. If you want to be super targeted, and you only want skill cost, skill cooldown, and you need them to be ultimate, then you're going to hit both of these, apply, and now anything that doesn't hit that, look at this one. Nope, they're double golds, it doesn't matter. This is a double gold, doesn't matter because it's purple. This one's not checked because it's an enhanced. Again, that's why it's so important to check that box off. If it's enhanced, you probably invested in it for a reason. So if you want to delete it, you can manually override this and delete it on your own, or hard it. That's fine. We're gonna unselect these and go back. Now, if we do only 1 and say let's open this up a little bit. So say we're okay with getting only 1. We're gonna widen the net a little bit, Anything that's duration up, anything effect range, anything critical hit rate, we still want golds. Critical hit damage, we still want golds. And Colossi attack, we still want golds, right? So we're going to apply this, and we only want one. We only need one of them to hit. So now we're going to select, and only one of these is hit, the purple one, because it's not gold. So the purple one's it's not enhanced and it's not gold. It's out of here. And if I look at this, it has Colossus, so only one hit. The other one is Attack on Order of Truth. And, that's not one that we wanted, but it still stays. These are enhanced. This one is a double as well. It's got one of the critical hit damage. It has fusion skill power. That's not one that we marked, but it stays because only one hit. But we go back again. We just simply change this to 2, even though we widen it out. We select it out. Now both of these are going to get eliminated because it didn't hit both of the 2 of the criteria that we needed, right? It has some pretty dope rolls, but not both of the criteria that we needed. Uncheck, we're going to go ahead and heart these because we want to keep them, but that's how that works. And you can be as granular as you want with this, right? If you do the 2, it includes both the 2 of the things that you need. And then you can say, okay, I'm okay with the skill boost ratios being purple. So you can mark all of these to purple. I'm okay with heal modifier being purple or blue. You can mark that to blue. Then when you roll any of these things, if you get a gold version of one thing, a purple version of another thing that you requested, then you'll be able to actually have a wider net, but you have to spend the time to actually consider what you want and what you're willing to keep. Again, this is setting the bar for what you want to keep. Now, we're going to get even deeper when it comes to components. When it comes to components, it's that same process that I just discussed for reactors with one additional consideration. You want to be very careful when you go to include 2 or more, because all of the components don't all drop the same perks. So there's some components that can drop module drop rates. Some of them can drop Kuiper shard drop rate. Some of them can drop consumable drop rate, XP for characters, XP for gold. I mean, for firearm and gold rate. So some of them can, some of them can't. So if you mark some of these on and some of them off, then you're potentially eliminating every memory that you have, every sensor that you have. So you want to be very careful with this. Unless you're only targeting, say if you only want a memory, then that's fine. If you only want a sensor, then that's fine. You don't even have to worry about it. But if you're not, if you're just starting off on a targeted farm for, say, the Slayer set or say the Annihilation set, then you want to make sure that you broaden this out and pay attention to what drops, what perks drop for each potential component. That way you can mark it out. Again, if it's rare, you're okay with it being purple or higher, but you want one to definitely be gold. So if you want defense and HP, MP to definitely be gold, but you're okay with HP modifier being purple, then you would set that to purple. You would set shield modifier to purple. You would set your Eceive time to purple, or down but not out to purple, whatever you want. So you want to spend a little bit more time with the components if you're going to be farming for components, because again, you have 4 different kinds that don't all drop the same potential perks. For reactors, they can all drop the same potential perks, so it's less complicated. And the way it goes here is weapons, super simple. Reactors, a little bit more complicated, a little bit more thought involved. External components, a lot more thought involved if you're going to be targeting for a wide range and a wide net. If you're super targeted and you know exactly one piece that you're looking for, then you can dial this in, or you can do the 2 or more. If not, you can do the 1 and you can be about your day. 1 is going to be probably the best for most cases, and 2 is only if you're specifically targeting a very acute component or reactor. But that's the new system. I personally feel like this is an improvement. I love that the devs heard us and thought about how we can make this a lot simpler for the community. I know it seems a little bit complicated, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. See you soon.